Hey guys, so today I've been requested by a lot of you to do my favorite mineral sunscreens. If some of you are using this one, probably shouldn't be using it any longer, any of the Purito sunscreens. But this was a favorite mineral sunscreen for a lot of people, so upon popular demand, I've got my favorite mineral sunscreens, and I've broken them into tinted and untinted. So I'll start with there's two hybrids that are kind of tinted, but not really. One of them is the Kinship Self-Reflect. Absolutely love this one. It's kind of tinted, but not really tinted. I mean, I guess it's tinted, but it applies. It's very dewy. It really has a nice finish, really hydrating. 22% zinc, and a pretty good amount of probiotics and other beneficial ingredients in here. A little bit of vanillin, which gives it a scent, which isn't a reactive ingredient. I guess there's a lot of fragrance that causes sensitivity, but vanillin is an antioxidant. So this one happens to be one of my absolute favorites. Certainly worth checking out if you haven't tried anything from Kinship. Their products are hit and miss, so shop carefully, but a lot of them are great. There's a few of them that I just don't like at all, but the majority of them are pretty good products. So this one is a great one. And the Niod Survival 30, this one has a little bit of an orange tint from lycopene or tomato ingredients, but overall this is a really nice mineral sunscreen, which is kind of hydrating, but great for dry skin, or a lot of people with oily skin absolutely love it too. So it's hard to get in the US, but this one's a great one. So those are two kind of, they're not super tinted, but they're not white, I guess. Okay, the Biossance Squalane and Zinc Sheer Mineral Sunscreen, 14% zinc oxide. This one is as transparent as any zinc oxide sunscreen can be. A lot of people with deeper skin tones seem to love it. Some say it has a bit of a purplish cast. But overall, this one's a really nice one. No fragrance, no alcohol, just good ingredients. Works really nice under makeup, too. Some people have had issues with pilling. I have not had any issues at all with pilling with that one. Okay, another one is the Maelove Sun Protector SPF 30. This one's got 18.6% zinc. Some nice hydrating beneficial ingredients. Has a slight white cast, but not super noticeable. Pretty affordable. The bottle's nice and big. No fragrance, no denatured alcohol in this one, so great for sensitive, dry skin. The Coola Mineral Sun Silk Cream, I personally really like this one. Some people find it a bit thick, a little bit of a white cast. This one is light white cast, pretty sheer, very hydrating. So if you have very dry skin, this one's nice. Although some people with dry skin don't prefer zinc because zinc can be kind of drying. Especially if you use it day in, day out. But this one, I found I really like it. Really nice packaging. Coola has some great sunscreens, no doubt. So I don't want to have a whole Coola list, but they've got a lot of good mineral-based sunscreens. This happens to be my favorite of all of them, but they do have a lot of nice ones. Okay, one other one I want to mention, the Pipette. Some people say this has no white cast. I find this does have a light white cast, but it works really nicely under makeup and foundation. So if you have deeper skin, keep that one in mind. Light white cast, but really nice SPF. This one's got 20% zinc oxide. I'll review this one soon because a lot of people asked about it. But this happens to be probably out of the entire list the most affordable one. And the bottle's quite large, 4 ounces. So for if your price is your main concern, that one's a great go-to. I don't want to have this one anywhere near the other products. So I don't want anyone to get confused that this Purito one fits in here because one is not like the others. Okay, in terms of tinted sunscreens, this one is probably my favorite tinted sunscreen. The Michelle Sunshield Liquid SPF 50. What I like, they make 3 tints, so you can have a very light version. This one happens to be light medium, and they have a deeper one as well if you have deeper skin tone. So I love the fact that if you're making tinted sunscreen, make multiple options because not everyone will be able to, one color fits all does not work, especially with sunscreen. So this one, very nice. A little bit goes a long way. Well, I won't say that, but this bottle is very nice, and the liquid is very nice. It covers skin very nicely, too. Don't take that little bit. Don't use a little bit. Use a lot. But anyway. But the color is very nice, and you know what the nice thing is? I can apply this over my skin, and it provides just enough color that I don't necessarily need to wear foundation. And sometimes I'll just use a nice mineral powder over it. And the fact that they make 3 colors is great. Okay. Another nice one, the Versed Guards Up SPF 35. This one is 15.2% zinc oxide and contains no fragrance, has no real scent, no denatured alcohol, has a nice tint. You guys want to see the tint on this one? Well, I reviewed it, so you can check that one out, but this one's really nice. First is a great brand, also pretty affordable as well. So it's kind of got a peachy color, which as far as tinted sunscreens go, this one is probably the closest to one fits all that you can get. Although there's always people that are very pale who it will look orange on. There's always people with deeper skin tones that it might not look as good on. So keep that in mind. But this one's a really nice one. The Australian Gold. Personally, this one's got 4% titanium dioxide, 4% zinc oxide. It says it's SPF 50. It does have some other ingredients which boost its SPF a bit, which is the red algae, which the red algae in this works almost as good as a sunscreen filter from research I've read. It can absorb quite a bit of UV filters. So take it as you see it, but I'm not exactly sure it's totally SPF 50, but that algae in there will help, but it does have a little lower amount of filters. So I really, when I wear this, I don't count this really as a 50. I count it more in my mind as a 30, but there you go. It's really nice. This one, again, has multiple shades. I personally like to use this one. It works well under foundation, or you can use a powder sunscreen. And this one is kind of my chosen one to reapply. Sometimes I'll start out the day with one sunscreen, and if I'm going to reapply something, I'll go with something that has a different texture dynamic to it, and this one is kind of one of the ones I go to. So there you go. That one's lots of thoughts on it, but it's still really nice. I love that they offer more than one shade, which is just great for people that have really pale skin or really deep skin. Okay, so no mineral sunscreen list would be complete without a Paula's Choice product. And this is my favorite one, the Super Light Wrinkle Defense SPF 30. Paula's Choice has a lot of great mineral sunscreens. You really can't go wrong with it, but this one is kind of my favorite of them. It has a nice light tint, works well under makeup. This one has 13% zinc oxide, no alcohol, no fragrance, and pretty affordable. So this one's a nice one as well. And we've got now the First Aid Beauty Weightless Liquid Mineral Sunscreen. This one's got 16.8% zinc, a really nice tint to it, which not super universal, but for me it works. So if you've got medium skin, it's got a little bit of a deeper tint to it, but it smooths out and looks pretty natural. And this one I can use in place of like a foundation. So keep that in mind. This one's really nice. 1.5 ounces is a little bit pricier, so this one might be one of the more pricey ones on the list. The Peter Thomas Rock's Max Mineral SPF is really nice. This one's got a tint to it, which it's a little dark for me in the winter. But in the summer, if I want to look a little bit more golden, this one fits the bill and does a nice job. SPF 45, zinc oxide, titanium dioxide, vitamins A, C, and E. Very hydrating, so if you have oily skin, I do not recommend this one, but if you have dry skin, this one combines the mineral sunscreen filters and still leaves your skin feeling hydrated, which a lot of them can't do, but that one does a nice job. Another one that seems to be on the pretty hydrating side is the Josie Marin Protect. This one's got 9.4% zinc, 5.9% titanium dioxide. It's very emollient. So if you have very dry skin, this one's a good one. If you have oily skin, it might end up looking a little greasy, but it really works well as a makeup base as well. And it's got some of that argan oil, which keeps your skin hydrated at the same time. And we've got one last one. That is the, again, no sunscreen would be complete without a supergroup on the list. You know what? It wouldn't be complete without a Coola, a Paula's Choice, or Supergoop. Because those three brands have some great sunscreens. This zinc screen I really love. They've got a lot they just came out with a new one, which I haven't tried yet, but this one I really like. It's got 13% zinc oxide. It's very hydrating, so if you have very dry skin, this one's another one that's a good option. The shade on this one, from what I've seen, it seems to work well for a lot of different skin tones. Those with deeper skin have mentioned that they like this. Some with paler skin have found it a bit dark, but overall this one's still a really good one and really nice mineral. So if you're looking for a mineral one, that's a good option. So I think I've got a nice list. We've got some untinted, some tinted, some people with dry skin. If you have oily skin, we got the Biosense is probably my recommendation right off the bat, or the Maelove. So Anyway, those are my, I don't even know, is this a top 10? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. My top 14 mineral sunscreens. I even pared it down. I took out like 5. So I pared it down from 20. So, you know what? Hopefully there's an option in here for everybody. I think there is. So, anyway, if you have a favorite mineral sunscreen that I haven't mentioned, leave a comment with what it is. Or if you have tried any of these and have thoughts on them, certainly leave a comment. I love hearing from you guys. And stay tuned for more tomorrow. Thank you so much.